today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot to them because of what you just talked about. When you can bump yourself over 500, it's a lot of optimism in your building as you move forward in the season.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing to start here is Tua. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Tua firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tua sets up to pass it. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Tua now on first down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw again on second down. Tua. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Tua to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll leave them with third and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A tremendous play there from Saquon. Barkley, 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all? I think he earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2, your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costing him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. A.J. Epinesa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Official. It's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Henry up the middle. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Looking to throw. Graves. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. On first down, Graves. And this one's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Graves. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. The 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 27, Tua. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Tua going to try and go quickly here.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 16. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Miami set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception. Well, they certainly knew that. Challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Graves. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll to a hit, and the ball is out.
So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down, Graves. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Graves. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Staying on his feet. And that's incomplete. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. Cooper Kupp, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it's the visiting L.A. Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. Austin Eckler, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Josh Palmer, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That caught by Trimble. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on first down. Graves. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. On 1st and 10, Graves. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Barkley is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. The lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. They complete it to Hill. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. On play action, here's Tua. Claypool with another catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. A.J. Epinesa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now they're in the hurry-up. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, yes, sir.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking to pass. Tua. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Miami. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Graves rolling to his right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Inside handoff, Henry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
2 and now on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
A handoff, Barkley running left. Room here to run.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Graves. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Panthers are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Carter hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Here's a give to Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And taken right on the 30. 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time through the air. 61 yards.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Panthers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a potentially fatal blow.